Hi, Kevin Quinley here. I'm a claims specialist from Richmond, Virginia, and this week's claims tip of the week is really a brief book review and preview of a recent book that I received this week titled When Words Collide: Resolving Insurance Coverage and Claim Disputes by Bill Wilson, CPCU. Hot off the press. I'm about a fourth of the way through it. I've highlighted a lot of sections. The subtitle of the book is Resolving Insurance Coverage and Claim Disputes. And every insurance claims person, I would say, and hazard a guess, has this as part of their job. This is a core competency that every claims person should possess. And Bill's book is a manifesto for a back-to-basics, common-sense, thoughtful, deliberate approach for determining coverage. Now, a quick disclaimer. I know Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson is a friend of mine. We are colleagues. We travel in some of the same circles. I get no commission or kickback for this book preview or endorsement. He is, I would say, sort of a Wikipedia of coverage knowledge. But what Bill advocates is a back-to-basics approach in evaluating insurance coverage. And probably more bad faith claims and breach of contract claims arise due to coverage denials, and in some cases superficial, unfounded coverage denials, shoot from the hip, off-the-cuff coverage denials, than perhaps any other single source of bad faith claims. And so as a risk management technique for claim professionals, it behooves all of us to up our game, so to speak, with regard to coverage determinations to make the right call. The book takes a very interesting approach. I'll just read you some of the major sections very briefly from the table of contents. He's got a section on policy interpretation basics, legal and contractual principles, insurance policy interpretation, how to resolve insurance coverage and claim disputes, final words. The book comes with an appendix. It comes with a court case index, keywords, terms, and topic index. It weighs in at about 350 pages. The emphasis, again, is on the blocking and tackling of evaluating coverage, and especially the acronym, he says, FTIP. Read the freaking policy. I'm just using the word freaking because this is a family show and we want to keep our G rating. But he emphasizes reading the policy. And Bill has collected over the course of his career hundreds of coverage denials where he has knocked heads, essentially, with carriers and many times claim professionals over unfounded coverage denials. This grew out of a seminar that Bill used to offer that was titled something along the lines of how to go up against adjusters and win every time. But he got some pushback there because some people felt it was too adversarial, too confrontational. So I think eventually he reframed the book title to be something like How to Win Friends and Influence Adjusters. So the target market is probably insurance agents. And the message to them is, dude, you've got to know your product. You've got to know what you're selling. If you're going to be an effective agent and move policies and produce a volume of business, you've got to know your product. And that product is the insurance coverage. Similarly, by extension, an ancillary target market for this book is insurance claims people. Are you in sales? Yes, you're in sales. You are trying to sell a coverage evaluation, a claim evaluation, a coverage stance. And to do that, you've got to know your product. And that product is the wording of the insurance policy. So Bill's book is a manifesto against what I would call off-the-cuff, superficial, fly-by-night coverage analysis, which oftentimes ends up shooting insurance companies in the foot in the form of bad faith claims or ticked off claims people, ticked off consumers who think that claims people are out to shortchange them. So I want to also emphasize that Bill's book strikes a very conversational tone. He weaves humor into the book. He weaves personal stories. This is not a dry textbook that is going to cite court cases. He does cite court cases, but it's a very readable, very conversational tone. The book retails, I think, for about $25 plus shipping and handling. It's published by an outfit called INS Nerds, which sounds like a new insurance designation. You know, I've got the INS designation. Do you have the INS Nerds designation? No, INS Nerd is not yet a designation conferred by the Insurance Institute of America, but maybe in time there will be. There are a lot worse things than being an INS Nerd, though. So anyway, if you Google INS Nerd, INSNERDS, you will come upon their web page and their landing page, and you'll see publications. I think this is the second book that they've published. This book is a must-read for any insurance claim professional. It is a book that every claims unit should order as a copy for each one of its claim staff. I highly recommend Bill's book, weighing in at about 350 pages. And I will probably post a review once I finish the book. Again, I've highlighted a lot of sections already, and it advocates resolution, not litigation, of coverage disputes. And maybe there'll be a lot less needed if people take a very thoughtful approach to coverage analysis. So that's the book, When Words Collide. Happy reading. This is Kevin Quinley with Quinley Risk Associates.